It's up to show you how to make cookie clicker in Python. First thing you're gonna do is make a file. We are gonna have other assets too, so just call us whatever you want. Open this up, make a new Python file. Open this up, whatever IDE you want. Start by installing the package. Pip install Pygame. Just import it. We're gonna import Pygame and system. Alright, next we're gonna initiate Pygame. Then we're gonna set the display. Set the mode. The size equal to, we can do 500 by 500. There you go. Should just pop up for only a couple seconds. We can make a loop so this always runs while true. Spell it right. We also need to set a clock real quick. So we do clock equal to Pygame dot time dot clock. And you want to do clock dot tick 60. What it's gonna do is only allow this loop to run 60 times a second, basically like 60 FPS. So no matter what computer you're on, it should be able to run fine. If you don't have this, it will be frame dependent, so the better computer, the faster the game will run. Alright, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make an event loop. This is just for detecting the X that we're gonna click right here. You can see we can't click anything. It's gonna stay open, but we can't like click anything. You can quickly make an event loop. We want to get the X at the top, so just make that. And if the event type equal to that X, which is quit, all capital, we just want to do pygame.quit. And we also want to do system.close, or exit, sorry. Make sure to close it out. Now we can actually click and drag. There we go, close it. Alright, now we get screen. We can actually make this the screen variable. Alright, now that we have screen, we can do screen.fill. Fill it up with whatever color we want. We can do fully white. We gotta update it. After we do that, we Pygame display update. This updates it every frame. Just like that. It's fully white. You can make whatever you want. You can make blue, whatever. Alright. We're actually gonna make these variables so it's easier to use. We can do the width equal to 800. The height equal to 600. And just pass through width. Then height. You get something that looks like this. And we're going to want to draw text on the screen. So right above clock, we can just do the text font equal to yield to Pygame dot font lowercase f dot font with capital F. You can either use your own font or you can do none. I'm a 50. I'll show you how to use custom font in a second. If we want to draw some text real quick, we can just do text font dot render and say whatever. Do false for the anti-aliasing. Actually, sorry, do true for anti-aliasing. And set the color. We do black. Alright, so once we have this text, we can just do title. And then right here, we can do screen dot blit. We can do title. And then we want to set the position. We can do 50 by 50. And just like that, we have a title. Move this over a little bit, so 800 half would be 400. Should put it here in the middle. Yep. Minus the width of that text. We're just gonna do around 375. Then we want it up a little bit higher. There you go. Make this cookie clicker. Something I forgot to do up here is we need to set the title. Display dot set caption. So allow us to make the title. See up top here, cookie clicker. Also, since we did make the text bigger, we do have to move it over a little bit more. Do 270. Alright. Alright, so now we have to make the actual game. To do that, we're gonna make a class just called game. We're gonna set a init So this runs on the class. Set their cookies to 0, and then their cookie per click. Just gonna set that to 1 for now. Self dot. Let's do cookie. We're just gonna make that a brown circle. So to make a rectangle, and then we can do 400. Let's do by 400, and then this is the width and height. I spelled this. Self dots. Let's do clicked equal to false. Alright, then we need a self dot cookie color. We're just gonna make this a nice brown. Right, now we're gonna draw. We're gonna make a button on screen. Close click button. Press stealth through it. We need to get the mouse position. It's pygame.getMouse. Pygame.mouse.getPOS. And if the self dot cookie dot collide point, and then we need to pass through our mouse POS. We need to print. We need to draw pygame.draw.rect. We need to do screen, and then the self.cookie color, and then self.cookie, and then a border radius of a lot. We can make a function here. Let's call this render. Self through it, and we can do self.click button. We need to initiate this. We can just do games equal to game, and then right before the update, we can do game.render. So this should run render, which runs as a click button. A little off, but you can see. There you go. The position is the first two. So the width, we need to do the position. And then since it's a circle, we can do half the width, so we do minus 150. Minus 150 on both these. Should be somewhat center. And then 600, so we need to do half of the height. There we go. Alright, now we can do more than just printing colliding. We're going to get the click, mouse, dot get pressed. And then we can print clicks. Then we need to pass through the actual button that we want clicked. Pass through the mouse. You can see if we did left click, it works, but right click won't work. Right click's 2. And then middle click is 1. I'm gonna go 0 because we want left click. And we gotta do an action whenever this gets clicked. I'm gonna do set the clicked to true. Then you want to do if self.clicked, this will run. Thanks, because whenever you click, you're gonna set the click to true. So whenever you let go, it'll run this because you're not clicking. It'll check if it's true and then run this. I'm gonna do self.clicked false because we don't have anything to actually change right now. Do that right now by drawing the score. Define draw score. Self. And do self.display your cookies. And we're gonna use text font.render. And then we can do f string. Let's do cookies. And we want curly brackets. Do a string self.cookies. And then we also need the anti-aliasing true. And the color, we can just do white. Let's do screen.blit. Self.display cookies. In the position, we can do 0 and 500. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, we need to pull it here. Draw self.draw score. I'm gonna go right there. Nothing happens when we click, but we also need to add it here. do self dot cookies plus equal 1. Just like that. We have the base of that. Now we need to move it down a little bit to where it looks better. Do 65. There we go. Alright, now we're also going to need a buy button so that we can click more. Do upgrade. Self dot upgrade. Self dots upgrade 1 underscore description. Do 1 in case you want more. Self dot game. Self dot. We're making a new font here. Self dot game font. It wants to be different size than the other. Pygame dot font dot font. For now, we're just going to do none. Let's do something like 15 or 20, whatever you want. And do game font dot render. And since it's a description, we're going to do plus our self dot cookie per click. Cookie per click. This is just a number. This isn't like the actual text. We can do self dot display the cost of it equal to text font render new cost self dot. We actually need to make this here self dots upgrade 1 cost. Let's do something like 5 to start. Upgrade 1 cost. Set this to true. Set the color. I'm going to draw these. Also need to draw a rectangle as like the little backdrop. Draw a rectangle. Draw it on the screen. Make this blue. Do self dot upgrade button. You got to do this up here. Sorry. Self dot upgrade button. The Pygame rect. Just do whatever. 10, 50. It's over and down. And then the width is to make it wide and thick. Alright, now we need to call it here. Upgrade button. And then set a border radius to make it look good. Let's do 15. And let's get it here. We can do self dot upgrade. Oh, hold up. We gotta do true. And then white. There we go. Get a little wider. Alright, now let's draw the text on it. Screen dot blit once again. Self dot. Let's do the display cost. And the position. 15 by 70. Screen. Dot blit once again. Self dots. Grade. 1 description. Do 15. Let's do a little lower. Sorry, a little higher. 1 cookie per click. Make that a little bigger. Let's move this down a little bit more. Move this down a little bit more. We can actually make this a little bigger. Oh. There we go. Now we need to make it actually click. We're in another one here. Just copy this. Self dot upgrade button. Copy this. Self dot cookies minus equal self dot upgrade 1 cost. If we're to get 5, click it. See, doesn't really stop. So we need to check if self dot cookies is greater or equal to self dot grade 1 cost. If it is, then we can take away the money. See, nothing happens when we click. If we get 5, we can constantly buy it, but now we need to make it go up a little bit. whenever we buy, we need to do self.upgrade 1 cost times 3. Oh, times equal 3. Get 5, click it, goes to 15. Get 15, click it, goes to 45. It's a little less. Let's actually make sure this is drawing as a string so that way it doesn't error if we're trying to draw something. Trying to do some text. And then whenever we buy, we do self.upgrade the cookie per click to plus equal 1. We click, we get 1 per. Once we get 5, we buy it. Now we get 2 cookies per click. We need to do self.cookie per click instead of a hard-coded 1. Now we get 5. Buy it. Now we get 2. Buy it again. Like that. I do actually want to round this. Stick with 2. Let's start the actual price at 10 now. 15. Now this is basically done the core mechanics. But now we need to add some stuff. An assets folder. And then down below will be a link to these assets. There we go. Now to play these. Now to play the sounds and draw these backgrounds, we need to do it down here in the event. Instead of screen filling with this, we need to screen.blit. Actually, we need to make the background. Background is equal to pygame.image.load assets. That's the folder it's in, and mine's called background.png. We actually need to convert. Always convert your images with Pygame. Screen.blit. We do background, and we're gonna do it at position 0, 0. There we go. Now it's more like cookie clicker. Now we're gonna use the font. We're gonna use the font here. We can go to this font here. Reset it to none. We can do assets / pixely. Mine is a 1 for some reason. There we go. It is a lot bigger, so we need to make this a lot smaller. Move the cookies up a little bit. We can draw the score slightly higher. Oh, that's the wrong one. Slightly higher. Slightly down. There we go. We have a cool font. Now we need to do the sounds. For the sound, we can do click _ sounds. Do the pygame.mixer.sound. And we want to get the sound assets / click.mp3. Now all we have to do is play it whenever someone clicks. So we can do, you can either call it when they buy or just every time they click it. We're gonna do every time they click it. Made it click sound, so click sound.play. Copy this, play it here. Run this. Just run on loop. Oh, here I need to do self.clicked. The true. I didn't even do it here. There we go. And we need to set the self.clicked equal to false. There we go. What we need to do if self.clicked tab all these in. All right. There we go. Need to fix this one. Make the play sounds right here. Run this. There we go. Get 15, buy it. 30, buy it. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like you're here.